Hi everyone, we are the local backpackers. We love to experience local culture, food, tradition, and be on the road. And this time, the road has led us to the beautiful Kisama Heritage Village, Nagaland, for the Hornbill Festival.
So there are bees outside.
Aman is going to eat a silkworm now. The Hornbill Festival is also called the Festival of Festivals, where all the Naga tribes come together in one place to showcase the beauty of their culture. The Hornbill Festival happens every year in the month of December, and we were privileged to be a part of the 26th year of this extravaganza. Continue watching this video to know everything about Hornbill Festival, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We kick-started our journey from Guwahati early morning and got a train to Dimapur. The train ride was 3 hours long and we reached Dimapur around 10 in the morning. From Dimapur, it's a 2.5-hour drive up to Kohima. We had a local contact lined up to pick us up from Dimapur railway station and drop us to the festival campsite. There are shared pickups available as well, which most campsites offer. Halfway to Kohima, we made a pit stop at a popular highway hub with many fast food chains to get some coffee and grab a quick bite. We left behind the city noise and started seeing winding roads and trees. And then we finally got to our campsite. We loved the open air and the camp overlooking the mountains. This was our home for the next few days and it was super cozy.
We have arrived at the Hornbill Festival 2025 and we are staying at this campsite which is 500 meters away from it. This campsite is run by Northeast Navigation Agency and they are 2 years old and they've been around Northeast putting up campsites at different festivals and cultural events like Zero Music Festival or the Cherry Blossom Festival at Shillong. So we just arrived here today and we are going to stay here for 2 nights. They have 2 types of accommodations here. One is the tents that you can see behind me. These are 2-people tents and the others are apartment style rooms that you can take if you don't want to stay in a tent. The tents would cost you approximately 1,000 to 2,000 rupees per day and the other option is approximately 4 to 6K per day. There is food option also, but you have to pay on site and then you can have dinner or breakfast. If you're a solo traveler, you can book the entire tent for yourself, but if you're comfortable sharing with somebody, you can find people at the campsite and share as well. So the Hornbill Festival takes place at Kisama village in Kohima and there are other campsites also apart from this one. The main idea of having a campsite is to instill a spirit of community amongst people and also for cultural integration. This specific campsite has incorporated some very interesting Naga features and traditional aspects of the community here, and I'm going to show you something very cool right now. So I'm standing at the entrance of our campsite and on either sides of me you can see wooden planks. These planks are quite interesting. They are 100 years old and the organizers have procured them from some really remote villages of Nagaland. So these wooden planks, they're not just old, they also have a deeper meaning and they are associated with the rich history of Nagaland. So for example, if you see the carving here, there is the horn of the Mithun and the Mithun's face. So this is the drunk ox or the Mithun, which is a very powerful symbol of strength and prosperity in Nagaland. And if you see on top here, there are the two heads. These heads symbolize the headhunter tribe of Nagaland. Now these tribes, they used to be very fierce and very powerful, and they were known to behead their rivals. This action of beheading the rivals was not just a show of strength, but was also rooted in spirituality. So this symbol that you see here, it's a mark of a warrior in Nagaland. So in the olden days, they used to wear this as a mask, and it would look very intimidating to the opponent. Nagas in general are known to be extremely ferocious and powerful. They did not let anybody control them or their land.
Well, now it was time for us to check out the main event for which we had come, the Hornbill Festival.
So we are on our way to the Hornbill Festival now. We are not going from the main entrance, but from the back entrance because it's near our campsite, and that's what our guide told us to do. There's nobody on the road, so we are going to go and see exactly how the festival is going to turn out to be. We're pretty excited, so follow us and let's go.
At the entrance of the Hornbill Festival, we paid a fee of 150 rupees per person and got a wristband. This wristband can allow you multiple entries, but only for a day. Since the festival takes place in December, the weather in the early evening was pleasant, and adding to the beauty were the cherry blossoms in full bloom, vivid and bright. We walked into the festival to find a lively display of stalls with food, drinks, and local crafts. The Hornbill Festival is a cultural event organized by the Government of Nagaland, and it began in the year 2000. Since its inception, it has grown bigger every year and has gained immense momentum, attracting visitors from all over the world. Nagaland, as a state in India, is still little known to many, and this festival is a perfect time to visit and experience everything the state has to offer. Nagaland is home to 17 major tribes, and during the Hornbill Festival, each tribe comes together to present its customs, dances, music, food, and traditional way of being. The Naga culture is strongly community-based, and the tribes are historically known as fierce warriors with a proud legacy of bravery and resilience. Their tradition reflects a deep connection to nature and their ancestral heritage, making this festival not just a celebration, but a rare opportunity to witness these cultures come alive in one vibrant space. The festival grounds are so fascinating with absolutely new things to see and experience. We kept walking around and reached the Angami Morung. Here, we could see people sitting by the fire, enjoying a drink, some local food, and mingling with each other.
So we are in a morung at the Hornbill Festival. Morungs used to be youth hostels where men used to live and learn customs and traditions. So they have recreated these at the Hornbill Festival. A lot of people are coming here and visiting, and they've got a lot of local food and drink. So we are trying the rice beer for the first time, and I'm quite excited about it. So let me try the rice beer. It's 200 rupees. You can buy it at the counter and take a coupon, and then they'll give you the beer. So here we go. It's very delicious. You must come here and have rice beer.
Having rice beer from this big bamboo mug gave us Viking vibes, which was awesome. Throughout the event, different Naga tribes had put up their own morungs, where people could sit by the fire, talk to the locals, older members of the tribe, and other travelers. The morungs also had locals going about their way of life. As a part of traditional Naga homes, the entrance features the kitchen and the living room together, with foods and meat hanging right at the entry. You could spend all day just walking around Kisama village, picking up a sense of different tribes, mingling, experiencing this unique, free-flowing festival.
The Hornbill Festival is named after the bird hornbill, which symbolizes power and strength in Nagaland. The Hornbill Festival takes place in Kisama village, which is in Kohima. So, for 10 days, the entire village transforms into this elegant and very atmospheric festival. The organizers have done a very good job by using the actual contours of the village and of the mountain by creating different zones. So there's the main stage, the entertainment arena. Then there are these morungs, which are joints where people can enjoy food, drink, and also a bonfire. There are shops, there are the exhibition areas. So the entire village is completely split into different zones, and you can spend the entire day just walking around and enjoying. So we've spent 2 days at this festival and we've met a lot of people here. Everybody is interested in talking about the culture of Nagaland, knowing more about things here. And in fact, you can also speak to the tribals themselves and they'll tell you everything that they know. Everybody is super friendly and super helpful. All in all, this festival is a great way to culturally immerse yourself in Nagaland.
For dinner, we checked out the Sumi Murung, where a whole pig was being roasted. We tried their signature dish, smoked pork with akhoni, which are fermented soya beans that provide a unique and strong flavor mixed with the pork. Along with that, we had a chicken chutney which was super spicy.
Crispy chicken chutney. ये ऐसा चिकन का चकमा जैसा ही है, देखो बहुत स्पाइसी है, बहुत स्पाइसी, बहुत अच्छा।
After a hearty dinner, we called it a night and headed back to a beautiful campsite where other travelers had gathered by the fire and were having a good time.
So we spent last night in this tent and tonight also we are staying. This tent is quite spacious and from the campsite we have been given 2 pillows here and we've been given 2 sleeping bags. We got this air mattress ourselves from home. From the campsite they give us a sleeping mat but it's quite thin. So we got this mattress ourselves. And apart from that, as I said, it's quite spacious. But last night was very cold, so we had to wear gloves and socks and wrap ourselves nicely inside the sleeping bag and then sleep. The mornings are pleasant in Nagaland. It's quite bright and sunny. And today is the day 2 of Hornbill Festival. So we're just gonna go and see what's in store for us today.
But before heading to the festival, an interesting bee episode happened with us.
So there are bees outside. And the tent guy, he told us not to come out because there's a bee attack. And he said that he's sprinkling water so they go away. And once they go away, he'll call us. So we are trapped inside because of the bee attack.
Well, once the bees were cleared, we headed back for the day 2 of the Hornbill Festival. Another day meant another wristband. On day 2, we paid 150 rupees as entry. Along with that, we paid 100 rupees for a professional camera. The morning started with a rich cultural experience as we witnessed the different tribal performances. The main stage arena at the Kisama Heritage Festival is dedicated to bigger events like cultural performances, concerts, and artist performances.
So the Hornbill Festival features 17 different tribes of Nagaland. These tribes include Lotha, Konyak, Chang, Sumi, and many more. So the Hornbill Festival is not just a showcase of their culture to the world, but it's also a competition amongst these tribes. So they have competitions like loudest war cry or the highest jump. And these tribes, they compete within each other, and the ones who win, they get a good cash prize or other prizes. Now we are at the main stage arena, and over here all the different 17 tribes are showcasing different performances that represent their community. For example, we saw the Sumi tribe. They did a performance regarding how men used to get trained to be warriors, not in a physical capacity, but also an emotional and mental one. We also saw the Chaksiang tribe and how they performed a war cry that they only did during the end of January before the festival seasons in Nagaland. So for us, the Hornbill Festival Day 2 is all about cultural immersion. We just love being here and knowing about these tribal communities. And now we are going to go and enjoy some really good Naga food.
What can be more delightful than having some local Naga food after witnessing such a rich cultural performance? We were very excited to try some unique food and we ordered everything we could.
So today we are having a traditional Naga thali. We have ordered the anshi, which is the chicken rice. This is the rice and this is the chicken. Now it comes with 4 accompaniments. These are the mixed boiled vegetables. Then there is the bitter gourd, okay, bitter gourd which is slow cooked in bamboo shoot. Then there's the dal which comes with the food. And then this is the mung beans chutney and the fermented crab chutney. So 2 chutneys come along with the anshi. We've also ordered something called as the amso. Amso. I'm reading off the menu. Amso. This is like a chicken stew. It's slow cooked and it's simmered in a lot of Naga spices. And we are going to wash it all down with this massive mug of rice beer. The entire meal costed us 900 rupees. So that's awesome. Every table here also has these gooseberries and they keep it as complimentary, savory for people to just come and have. So each table has a gooseberry as well. So let's enjoy some of this amazing looking dishes.
On the way out, we saw a unique local hack where a wooden stick was used as a stopper and inserted directly into the tap. This method was very interesting for us as we had not seen anything like this before. After a hearty meal, we went back to the main stage arena to watch the Japanese percussion band called Drum Tao. Their energetic performance got the audience grooving to the rhythm and beats. Apart from the main stage arena, the morungs and the many food stalls, Hornbill Festival also features exhibition areas which has handicrafts. There was also an area with organic products, foods and vegetables on display and sale. Once the sun set, the evening vibes took over. We met some lovely people during our travel here and had a great time over rice beer.
The Hornbill Festival is super charming. There's so much happening over here, and we happen to meet a lot of people who are staying here for all 10 days, and also people who repeatedly come back to Hornbill Festival. In fact, we met this really cute couple and they have come for the second time to Hornbill Festival. So let's ask them. So where are you guys from?
We are from Assam, Chirang, and we are here for second time.
So how come you guys came for the second time?
Last year it was sudden, and we met lots of music enthusiasts here, good people, cool guys, and we hang out together and met really nice people. In Acha music is very good here, biggest music festival for sure in India, and a lot of people we met here. We made really good relations. They are still connected with us, like we met each other this time. We'll meet again sometime. It's cool. Hornbill Festival is really awesome.
For dinner, we went all out and decided to have everything we can that our stomach allows.
Smoked pork. And they give it with this chutney. So delicious. Aman is going to eat a silkworm now.
सही है ये सच में. Oh, you are very बाद में ट्राई करना था इसको। आचार्य
Spicy, cheesy,
Spicy?
cheesy. New flavor of Maggi.
With a full stomach and a fuller heart, we wrapped up our Hornbill Festival adventure. These few days will always stay with us in this very special place where the past and the future blend so naturally. Thank you, Nagaland, and thank you, Hornbill Festival. We will be back next year. This is not the end of our travels though. From this very campsite, we are taking you along on a completely different journey. A trek to the stunning mountains of Nagaland. Stay with us as we trek the Zoku Valley, check out frozen foliage, watch the most beautiful sunset ever, have some unimaginable experiences, and share with you lots more local travel content.